Here is the PowerPoint about debate or discussion. And this is the definition from debate or discussion. Debate is a process that involves formal discussion on a particular topic. In a debate, opposing arguments are put forward to argue for opposing viewpoints. Debate occurs in public meetings, academic institutions, and legislative assemblies. It is a formal type of discussion, often with a moderator and an audience, in addition to the debate participants. Discussion is defined as talking or writing about something, especially in order to solve a problem or resolve a question. The next part is the first difference is seen from the main concern. When it comes to debate and discussion, the difference breaks down into opinions of the participants. Debaters aren't there to be open, they are there to win. By contrast, people participating in a discussion are usually open to one another's opinions. And there is a chance the opinions can be changed in a discussion. This isn't the case for debates. The second difference is seen from winning versus learning. In a debate, each participant wants to be seen as the winner. Debaters will often act as if they are winning during every step of the debate, even if they are not. Part of a debate is being a performer. Discussion, however, depend on listening and learning, not winning. Someone doesn't win a discussion, but rather both sides learn from one another. The third difference is seen from looking versus listening. Debate participants are always looking for the next time they can make their point known or to outsmart their proponent. Instead of listening for information, absorption, and expanding horizons, debaters are listening to inconsistencies and part with which to argue. In a discussion, however, each party actively listens to one another, reflecting on what is being said and how it might work or not work with their own experiences, knowledge, or truths. The fourth difference is seen from changing direction versus authenticity. During a debate, when a debater struggles with a topic or with an argument, they have likely been taught to steer way back to familiar territory. This puts the debater back in control and onto the winning side. Discussions will have a more authentic flow of topics, as the discussion won't make sense if participants suddenly change the direction of the conversation. The next part is the pressure used. For moderators, you can say, first, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this debate. Second, the motion for this debate is. Third, representing the proposition or opposition are its first speaker, the second speaker, the third speaker. Fourth, we shall know here the first speaker of the proposition or opposition. Fifth, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to summarize today's debate. The next is presenting arguments. First of all, I'd like to say that. Second, to begin with. Third, the most important thing is. Fourth, I'd like to mention that. Fifth, there are 2 points here, firstly or first. Sixth, the primary argument for is. Seventh, I should also mention that. The next is stating opinion. You can say first, in my opinion. Second, I believe that. Third, I think that. Fourth, as far as I'm concerned. Fifth, if you ask my honest opinion. Sixth, I'm sure that. Seventh, in my view. The next is expressing agreement. First, I agree with that. Second, I couldn't agree more. Third, that's right. Fourth, that's so true. Fifth, you're right. Sixth, I'm with you on this. Seventh, that's exactly what I think. The next is expressing disagreement. First, I disagree. Second, I'm afraid I disagree. Third, I don't think so. Fourth, I'm not sure about that. Fifth, that's ridiculous. Sixth, that's not always true. Seventh, that isn't the point. The next is countering. First, that may be true, but second, that's true, but third, I agree that, but we must remember that. Fourth, that's a good point, but fifth, yes, but what bothers me is. Sixth, yes, but what I'm concerned with is. Seventh, I agree with you that, on the other hand. The next is interrupting. First, sorry to interrupt, but second, can I add something here? Third, may I say something? Fourth, I'd like to say something about that. Fifth, hold on a second. Sixth, could you wait until I'm done? Seventh, sorry I haven't finished. The last is concluding. First, in brief. Second, finally. Third, to sum up. Fourth, in the end. Fifth, to put it simply. Sixth, let me summarize my point. Seventh, my final thought is. In recent years, LGBT cases have been rampant, so that many people began to find out about this case. So there is a statement from Muiz Ghazali saying that there are interpretation of Islamic teachings that are currently too dominated by the views of heterosexual people, so that LGBT cannot find place in religion. Especially stating that every human being has an obligation to worship. But who will handle them about worship when the religious people are against them? The second, in the religious texts in Islam also strongly support the existence of warrior or LGBT in general. For example, in the text of the Quran, it is stated that there are people who don't have sexual desire for the opposite sex, which is indeed recognized by Islam.
Hello, my name is Rati. Let me present my argument about cons of LGBT. The problem of homosexuality has always been an interesting and important study. This is none than seeing the social phenomenon that is developing today, where homosexuals have evolved into a social movement better known as LGBT. LGBT is an issue that is still being fought by its supporters. The main problem is that the incessant LGBT movement has entered the theological movement where the LGBT activists are trying to find excuses for the justification. However, LGBT is forbidden because it is against quadrat of human. That's all about my opinion. Thank you.